would like to call this meeting into order at 6 o'clock and declare that we do have a board quorum present. If you will please stand for our invocation and then our pledges of allegiance, which will be led by Freeport Intermediate students Ethan Watson and Candace Hobbs, who just happen to be Jones Creek natives. All right. If you'll bow your head, please. Father, we thank you for this day, and we thank you, God, for the opportunity to meet. Father, thank you for a full room tonight, God, as we celebrate the accomplishments of our students and, Father, of all of our employees. I just pray, God, that your hand would be upon us. Father, I pray that you would bless each home that is represented here tonight. Father, help us to finish strong as we finish this school year. Father, thank you for our graduates who will be graduating in just a couple of weeks, and I pray that you would prepare them, Father, for the future that you have designed for their lives. Just be with us tonight, Lord, as we deal with the business of our district. Help us to have wisdom. Help us to have patience and understanding. Father, most of all, I just pray that we would be obedient to you. In your Son's precious name we pray. Amen.
Will you all please remain standing for the pledges? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We will remain standing and do the Texas pledge.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thanks, guys. I would like to ask the board to begin making its way to the front as we transition into our awards, achievements, and recognitions. And I would now like to turn this presentation over to Mrs. Carla.
I love that. Good evening, Superintendent Massey, Board President Howard, board members, staff, and our guests. We have a great deal to celebrate with our staff and students, setting the standard across the state academically and athletically, as I'm sure you can tell by the audience tonight. But first, we begin our recognitions with Stephen F. Austin STEM Academy Principal, Milena Gutierrez. I'm not sure she's made it.
She's watching her daughter in a band concert.
I'm not sure she made it. I do want to let you know that Ms. Gutierrez received this semester as a finalist in the 2017 HEB Excellence in Education Award, one of the largest monetary programs across the state and the nation. This honor is designed to recognize principals, and it's based on leadership, campus culture, instructional leadership, management, communication, and community relations. Milena has led SFA since 2010. She received a check for $1,000 and $2,500 for her campus, and was honored just a few weeks ago at the 6th Annual HEB Excellence in Education Awards at the Hilton Hotel in Austin. And we all want to say congratulations to her for setting the standard. And now Sandra Concilio, our math coordinator, will announce the next award.
The Office of Curriculum and Instruction would like to recognize Ms. Michelle Hebel for being selected to present at the Region 4 Mathematics Conference in January. Over 500 mathematics teachers, curriculum coordinators, and administrators from all over the region and the state of Texas attend this one-day mathematics conference. This last year, Ms. Hebel shared her expertise with 2 sessions: student understanding through paper slide videos and individualized instruction with Google Forms. Ms. Hebel has been an exemplary teacher at Freeport Intermediate for 22 years. She has held positions on campus as a campus leader, as a department chair, and as a mentor. Ms. Hebel has shared her wealth of knowledge not only on her campus, but through district professional development, and now is expanding to share with other leaders and teachers through the Region 4 Math Conference. Ms. Hebel's sessions are always well attended. What she prepares to share is always on the cutting edge of best practices and strategies for the classroom teacher. She knows what works with kids and is always excited to share with what has worked in her own classes and on her campus. In addition, Ms. Hebel has presented at the Texas Regional Collaborative for Mathematics through the Region 4 Math Collaborative every year since 2012. This is a group of teachers who commit to a year of learning together. Each teacher is required each year to earn 100 hours of professional development and agree to mentor 2 teachers from their campus. This has not always been an easy task, but Ms. Hubble has stayed the course every year since 2012 and completed her 100 hours. Quite an accomplishment. Ms. Hubble is that wonderful professional that is always looking to learn from and share with others in her profession. We greatly appreciate your time in preparing and presenting to teachers in our region and beyond, and thank you for your commitment to math education.
Thank you. Congratulations.
At this time, I'd like to ask Ms. Mary Lou Duchaney, Human Resource Coordinator, to join me at the podium for our Heartworks winners.
Good evening. It is my honor to present to you two Heartworks Award winners tonight. The first is Lachey Simple. Lachey attended Freeport Intermediate as a child and was inspired by the great teachers that she had at FIS. It was always her goal to return there as a teacher. Ms. Simple now teaches 8th grade math and algebra at Freeport Intermediate School. This is her 7th year with BISD, and she is now that great teacher who inspires her students. Ms. Simple is also an AVID SITE team member. AVID stands for Advancement via Individual Determination. This program prepares students for college by working on organizational skills, peer tutoring, presentations, and taking focused notes. She received a Heartwork recognition from Brooke Merritt, the FIS principal, for being an AVID SITE team member and accompanying AVID students to the University of Texas at Austin on a recent Saturday for the Explore UT experience. While the students were at UT, they participated in many activities which included touring the campus, visiting a dorm, and the Macomb School of Business, as well as the College of Natural Sciences. The next Heartworks Award goes to Maurice Williams. Mr. Williams is the 5th grade music teacher at Clute Intermediate School. This is his 5th year to teach in Brazosport ISD. Mr. Williams received the Heartwork nomination from Clute Intermediate School Principal Mr. Lofton for voluntarily pulling together a school-wide production of Willy Wonka Jr. All CIS students were given the opportunity to audition for the play. The students have been practicing their part since February. The principals of manufacturing classes and the art classes have provided the props and background sets for the musical. This has truly been an exercise in school-wide collaboration as students and teachers have come together to create a quality production. Mr. Williams has been the driving force by making sure every detail is taken care of, from securing the Brazosport Center stages, LNG Theater, to communicating with parents about costumes. The performances will be this Thursday and Friday, May 18th and 19th at 7 p.m. Mr. Williams and Ms. Simple, please accept these gift cards from our 4BISD Kids partner, El Chico's, and a certificate on behalf of Mr. Massey and the board for going above and beyond to make BISD a great place to work.
Thank you, sir.
Also at FIS student myself.
Oh, yeah, that's what it's like to be.
This took him longer to get out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
To begin our student awards, I would like to ask Ms. Jessica Copenhaver, a senior at Brazoswood, to join Mr. Massey. You'll see Jessica again. She'll be back for another award. Jessica's been selected as one of only 20 seniors from across the state as a member of the Texas Association of Secondary School Principals All-State Academic Excellence Team. This program was established to honor and recognize high school seniors who have demonstrated excellence in areas of academic achievement, test scores, and writing skills. Ms. Copenhaver was nominated by her principal, Ms. Pintavalli. She will receive a $500 scholarship and will be introduced at the general session of the TASSP Summer Workshop held in Austin in June. She will be honored there along with her parents and Ms. Pintavalli at a luncheon. And Jessica, what happened last week?
I was announced to be valedictorian.
That's right.
Great job.
Thank you.
Our next award is Ms. Jenna Clemens, Coordinator of Science.
BISD is proud to announce another partnership with Dow and the third year of participation in the UB the Chemist Challenge. The UB the Chemist Challenge is a fun and interactive academic competition that engages students in 5th through 8th grade and learning about important chemistry concepts, scientific discoveries, and laboratory safety. We would like to thank Dow for providing us with this educational opportunity and the Dow STEM ambassadors, coaches, and teachers for supporting these students. This year, BISD had 9 students advance to the state competition at the Children's Museum of Houston on Saturday, April 29th, with Neha Krishnan from LJI placing 3rd in the state. We are very proud to recognize these students for their achievements and for setting the standard for academic excellence. Please come forward as I call your name. Damian Estrada, Clute Intermediate. Helen Schuster, Rasco Middle School. Alyssa Cornegay, Rasco Middle School. Aaron D., Rasco Middle School. And Bradley Barrett, SFA STEM Academy.
I'd like to ask Associate Athletic Director, Coach Dean Diatley, to present student athletic recognition.
Good evening. We have a really big night for BISD athletics. We'd like to start with Brazos Wood and the Brazos Wood High School girls softball. Once again, the Brazos Wood girls softball program made the playoffs again under the leadership of Coach Laura Oldman and Stacy Nice-Wonder. The ladies Bucks were by district finalists and finished the year with a record of 25-9. Their members include Anna Bess, she's a senior, academic, all-state, all-district, and the district MVP. Morgan Pratt, senior, academic, all-state, academic, all-district, second team, all-district. Senior, academic, all-state, and all-district. Amelia, senior, academic, all-state, all-district, first team, all-district. Becky Smith, senior, academic, all-district, first team, all-district. Lauren Nichols, junior, academic, all-district. Megan Smith, junior, first team, all-district. Kendall Murray, junior, academic, all-district, first team, all-district. Junior, Tori Lopez. Junior, Academic All-District, First Team All-District. Hannah Cappy, Sophomore, Academic All-District.
Wait. Mr. Howard, why don't you come down? There we go. That was great. Here we
Next, we have Brazos Wood Girls Soccer. This was coached by Coach Scott Smithy. Had an outstanding season and into the postseason, being area finalists and several players earning individual honors. The team includes Megan Fastenage, Senior, Academic All-District, Academic All-State, Second Team All-District. Eleanor Young, Senior, First Team All-District, Academic All-District, Academic All-State. Senior, Academic All-District, Academic All-State, First Team All-District, First Team All-County. Connor Barker, Junior, Academic All-District, First Team All-Region, Offensive MVP of 23-6A, All-County Forward. Brady Bowers, Junior, Academic All-District, Defensive MVP of 23-6A, Second Team All-Region, All-County Defender of the Year. Abby Chee, Sophomore, First Team All-District, First Team All-County. Aubrey Pettit, Junior, Academic All-District, Second Team All-District. Morgan Winthrop, Sophomore, Academic All-District, Second Team All-District. Maddie Bowers, Freshman, Honorable Mention All-District, Second Team All-County. Jenna Miller, Junior, Academic All-District, Honorable Mention All-District, First Team All-County. Gabby Curtis, Junior, Academic All-District. Kristen Gonzalez, Senior, Academic All-District.
Alright, y'all know how to train. Right, there we go. I like that, guys.
The Brazos Wood boys soccer team, coached by Ramsey Wright, also had an outstanding season and postseason, reaching the area finals with several players earning individual awards. Coach Wright will be represented by First Assistant Luis Gomez. We have Ellis Elam, Senior, First Team All-District, Academic All-State, Almendares, Junior, First Team All-District, Academic All-District, Second Team All-Region. Oliver Garcia, senior, second team All-District, academic All-District, academic All-State. Jackson Miller, senior, honorable mention All-District. Eduardo Negrete, senior, academic All-District, academic All-State. Jonah Cross, senior, academic All-District, academic All-State. Rain Wilcoxon, senior, academic All-District, academic All-State. Ramsey Wright and the coaching staff was also named District 23-6A Co-Coach of the Year. Next, we have our girls golf team, and this team is coached by Coach Jamie Evans. We have Paige Foote, senior, second team All-District, academic All-District. Savannah Hillis, sophomore, academic All-District. And Avery White, freshman, academic All-District.
Good job.
Next, we have the boys golf team. The boys golf team is coached by Pete Harris. They had a great season with 2 members qualifying for region. First, we have Jacob Burrow, freshman, first team All-District, regional qualifier, academic All-District. Tommy Lookingbill, senior, academic All-District. Tyler Jones, senior, academic All-District. Luke Whitehead, sophomore, first team All-District, academic All-District, regional qualifier. The boys golf team. The Buccaneer boys water polo team had an outstanding season coached by Robert Brown. The team placed 7th in the state tournament. An overall record of 25-10. Members include junior Connor Baldwin, Kyle Brown, junior, honorable mention all regions. Hugh Frank, junior, academic All-District. Nick Harper, senior, second team All-Region. Christopher Hunter, sophomore, academic All-District. Zane Johnson, Jr., Academic All-District. Jack Patel, Jr., Academic All-District. Junior Zachary Merritt. Dalton Miller, Jr., Honorable Mention, All Region. Mason Monacle, Jr., Academic All District. Maximilian Gleason, Senior, Academic All District. Cameron Yates, Jr., Honorable Mention, All Region, Academic All District. Alex Seymour, Senior, Second Team All Region, Honorable Mention All State, Academic All District.
Max, Nick, where are you on that? Okay. We would like to thank Mr. Massey for coming to state and watching us play. Mr. Diatley, and Miss Pintavalli for coming supporting us in Dallas.
And while we're taking these pictures, Coach Brown would never say it. He doesn't fill me in on this, but he was Regional Coach of the Year.
Okay, give a minute. Everybody? Okay.
All right, Coach Brown and Coach Murphy, run back there. The Ladybug water polo team, also coached by Coach Robert Brown and Bobby Murphy, were district champs and with an overall record of 17-13. Their members include Abby Agan, Jr., Honorable Mention All Region, Academic All District. Alyssa Albers, Jr., Academic All District. Jordan Alford, Jr., Academic All District. Next, we have Jessica Copenhagen. Hang on, guys. And she's a senior, and she just happened to be Academic All District. I do want to say, though, this is the second year in a row that the valedictorian of Brazos Wood has been heavily involved in athletics along with great academics. So Jessica Copenhagen. Ellie Valcourt, sophomore, Honorable Mention, All Region, Academic, All District. Rachel Gambrell, Jr., Academic, All District. Nicole Wynn, Senior, Second Team All Region, Academic, All District. Freshman, Academic, All District. Junior, Zoe Michaelides.
Wait, one more. Okay.
Next, we have the Brazos Wood Wrestling Team, coached by Curtis Roberts Jr. They had a successful season. Wrestlers earning district and regional positions include Jose Acosta Ruiz Jr., district champion, qualifier. Dakota Webb Jr., district runner-up, regional qualifier. Braden Gilstrap, sophomore, fourth place in district, regional qualifier. Kyle Armstrong, sophomore, fifth place in district, regional alternate. Nathaniel Rena, freshman, fifth place in district, regional alternate.
Thank you. At this time, I would like to ask Associate Athletic Director from Brazosport High School's head coach, Mr. Mike Farrell, to present our next year's award.
Good evening. I'd like to present the Brazosport High School Girls Soccer Program. The Lady Exporters, coached by Steve Slater and Rob Nickel, had an outstanding season and postseason where they reached the regional semifinals with several players earning individual awards. And the members of the 2017 Lady Exporter team include Yohida Segovia, second team All-District, Again, she was second team All-District and second team All-County. Perla Gomez, honorable mention All-District, honorable mention All-County, academic All-District. Jasmine Carrizales, second team All-District. Kaylin Nieto, All-District Offensive MVP, All-County Offensive MVP, first team All-State, academic All-District. Jocelyn Garza, second team All-District, second team All-County, academic All-District. Marina Servin, first team All-District, All-County goalkeeper, second team All-State, academic All-State, and academic All-District. Trinity Hernandez, first team All-District, All-County midfielder, first team All-Region, academic All-District. Carolina Mojano, senior. Assistant coach Rob Nickel. Head coach Steve Slater, district coach of the year, all-county coach, and Region 3 coach of the year. Coach Slater is retiring. Let's give him an extra round of applause.
Good job. The Brazosport High School boys soccer team
actually was the only team in the district to finish undefeated. This year, they qualified for the playoffs, coached by Silver Martinez. Many of the players earned postseason awards for their contribution, including Uber Lopez, honorable mention, and Brazoria County first team. Fernando Serrano, 24-4A district defensive MVP, and Brazoria County first team. Miguel Arroyo, 24-4A, honorable mention. Joseph Oliva, 24-4A, honorable mention, and Brazoria County, honorable mention. Fernando Hermosillo. Darian Munoz. Devontae Stafford. Jose Camayo. Jose Angel Rivera. And head coach Silver Martinez.
I told you we had a lot. This concludes tonight's awards and recognitions, but we are already starting to look forward to June, and we have more awards coming then, so we'll see you soon.
Tonight, we do not have any requests to comment to the board, so we will move on to the next item on our agenda. The next item is our consent agenda. Are there any items requested to be pulled from our consent agenda by our board members? All right.
Move for approval of consent agenda.
Mr. Schwartner has moved for approval. Do I have a second? Second by George. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed by nay. Carries unanimously. Thank you. The next item on our agenda are our action items. The first item that we have is our board member vacancy.
Good evening. As you are all aware, on May 6, 2017, Troy Brimage won the mayoral election for the city of Freeport, and as such has submitted his resignation from the school board representing District 4. According to board policy, the Board of Trustees must take action to fill the vacancy within 180 days of declaring the vacancy. This action can be done either through appointment or a special election. The administration recommends that the Board of Trustees vote to accept the resignation submitted by Troy Brimage with regrets, declare a vacancy, and select the appointment method to fill the vacancy.
I'll move for approval of the recommendation.
We have a recommendation. It's been moved. Do I have a second? Second. Second by Mr. Spears. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed by nay. Carries. Thank you. Next item we have is our action item B, all-day pre-K pilot at Stephen F. Austin STEM Academy. Ms. Claire Smith.
Good evening, board and audience.
In keeping with our district goal, Brazos Fort ISD will provide a rigorous and relevant learning experience to ensure that every student will be future ready. As we continue to set the standard for excellence in BISD, we are proposing a full-day pre-K program at the Stephen F. Austin STEM Academy beginning next year for our 4-year-olds who meet the qualifications and eligibility for pre-kindergarten. We currently serve our pre-K students in half-day programs, one session in the morning and one session in the afternoon. So one teacher serves 2 classes, AM and PM, in the same classroom. The purpose of the all-day pre-K would be to access early learning for these students, close achievement gaps, and enter kindergarten grade level ready. Our proposal will be to pilot the program to use as a baseline to implement full-day pre-K at other schools in the near future. Stephen F. Austin STEM Academy was chosen to pilot all-day pre-K for the following reasons. It has the classroom space, and they have a teacher that can transition from half-day to full-day and stay in the same room. The program will provide a jump start on closing the achievement gaps to ensure that our early learners are grade level ready upon entering kindergarten. This pilot program can provide data results for future schools that aspire to have all-day pre-K programs. Instructional time for learning will be more than doubled, from 225 minutes to 450 minutes. In addition, this program will serve as a district-wide recruiting tool to increase the enrollment at Stephen F. Austin STEM Academy. Research has shown that full-day pre-K programs help young children in the areas of language communication, cognitive and social abilities, as well as emotional development. Full day at SFA would provide more time for the teacher to meet the needs of our early learners. The results would provide a baseline for an ongoing study throughout the school year. It's the recommendation of administration that the Board of Trustees approve piloting a full-day pre-K pilot program at Stephen F. Austin STEM Academy. And at this time, I'll be happy to help you with any clarifying questions.
Any questions? Jerry?
You indicated that there was 2 pre-K at Stephen F. Austin. That's not.
No, there's one pre-K that has, yeah.
Okay. I thought you had said there was 2.
No, it's just trying, yeah.
Two half days. There's 2 half days.
1 a.m.
1 half day
Currently, there's 1.
currently.
Right.
One teacher.
Like 1 half day, not 2.
Not AM, PM, yeah.
Okay. That was my understanding. So I misheard. Okay.
And we don't anticipate any additional costs for this because we already have the classroom size, we already have the teacher, we already have the buses to get them to and fro.
We already have the rugs and the plates,
Already have the
it's ready to go.
Okay.
That's doubling the amount of time. What's that going to do to the, what's the new curriculum going to look like now that you have full day and have that more time? What are we going to do with it?
We're going to go into depth and complexity, and we're going to have more time dedicated to both numeracy and literacy. So, especially targeting literacy, so that we can concentrate our full undivided efforts into making readers at pre-K.
Do we have a particular reading level that we want them to exit out of?
Yes, we do.
And it is?
Our reading levels, there is a scale, like a rubric, and so they have to reach, like, if I tell you, I have to go into in-depth of this reading program, but like they'll start at an AA, and we want to get them up to like M.
Okay.
So I'll be happy to do a whole in-service on that reading program. You just let me know. It'd take more than my audience.
It sounds like a one-on-one kind of
Full day we could go to these days.
I'll trust and verify.
In addition,
there we go.
I would like to add, though, in addition, that we're also adding a district-wide phonics program, hopefully. By the end of the night, we'll know. So we're going to integrate that phonics program. It's the depth and complexity that's totally needed.
We are going to give them time to learn how to interact and play and everything else.
That is part of our curriculum. That's why the play centers are ready. of social and emotional needs.
Okay, we have a recommendation from the administration. Do I hear a motion?
I move to approve.
Mr. Sullivan approves, makes moves to approve. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Jerry. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed by nay. Carries. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Our next action item is action item C, request for classroom resources funded from the instructional materials allotment IMA account.
Good evening. In accordance with EFA Local, the district shall provide a wide range of instructional resources for students and faculty that present varying levels of difficulty. The primary objectives of instructional resources are to deliver, support, enrich, and assist in implementing the district's educational plan. Many of these resources are purchased through our Instructional Materials Allotment Funds, or IMA, and they're distributed by the state. All IMA purchases have to follow a review and a selection process prior to board recommendation. The following instructional materials are being requested for purchase: for the high school team leadership classes, the Flipping Group's instructional manuals and online course materials for approximately $9,700. To improve upon our literacy skills for our early readers, the Fountas and Pinnell Phonics program for approximately $74,000, the one that Clara mentioned. And for our English language learners and our pre-K through 4 students, the iStation online resources will be utilized for $96,930. Title funds previously covered this expenditure, but those funds have been reduced. The Texas Education Agency currently funds the programs for grades 3 and 4, but may discontinue funding for next year. If the funding continues for grades 3 and 4, this figure will be reduced by approximately 60%. To expand on the success of our kindergarten through 3rd grade intervention classes, the Fountains and Pinnell Level Literacy Intervention Program is being requested for 4th through 6th grades, which will result in a district-wide comprehensive K through 6th grade intervention reading program. The cost for this program is $64,000. Sandra Casilio will now introduce math.
To increase student achievement and math success, as well as increase the number of passing students for the end-of-course algebra exams, Agile Minds curriculum materials are being requested for $77,020. It is the recommendation of the administration that the Board of Trustees approve the request to purchase classroom resources as presented.
Questions? Do you have a motion to approve?
Move for approval.
Scott, Mr. Schwartner moves to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Atkins. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed by nay. Carries unanimously. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Next item on our agenda is action item number D, the District of Innovation Local Innovation Plan Adoption. Mr. Ron Reddy.
Good evening. In accordance with BISD goals, Brazosport ISD will provide a rigorous and relevant learning experience to ensure that every student will be future ready. Brazosport ISD learning environment will be safe and conducive to learning, and Brazosport ISD will recruit, develop, and retain highly effective staff. And in accordance with Texas Education Code Chapter 12A, it's my pleasure to present the revised Brazosport ISD 2017 to 2022 Local Innovation Plan for final adoption. On October 25th, BISD embarked on the journey toward innovation when the board passed a resolution to consider the designation of our district as a district of innovation. In the months since, members of our communities and faculties have worked alongside campus and central office administrators to develop a local innovation plan that reflects the innovations BISD will enact to help us fulfill our mission of graduating each student to be future ready. The level of support and collaboration was tremendous. In the end, 54 teachers, along with 18 administrators and 16 business, community, and parent representatives contributed in some fashion to the development, review, and approval of the plan. Every innovation received unanimous approval from the local Innovation Plan Development Committee and the District Educational Improvement Council. All 88 stakeholders were willing to ask, what if, and work together to make what if a reality. The local innovation plan will positively impact student learning and performance by creating greater flexibility in student discipline and increasing collaboration in student management, moving the school start date up, creating flexible scheduling opportunities for students, providing the flexibility to hire individuals who are not certified but who have professional or vocational experience, providing flexible contract options to campuses and the district, creating a local system to appraise teachers and administrators, providing flexibility with K through 4 class sizes while still supporting smaller class sizes, changing the length of the school day when needed, and providing greater flexibility to principals and attendance committees in awarding credit or a final grade to students if they do not meet the 75% and 90% minimum attendance rules. Over the 39 days that the local innovation plan has been available for public viewing on our website, we've received no negative comments or feedback. We did receive feedback from the Texas Education Agency and incorporated that feedback into the plan. The revised plan is cleaner, has greater clarity, and includes all of the appropriate elements. The DEIC approved the revisions to the plan. If adopted this evening, the plan will remain on the district website for 5 years. Tomorrow morning, I'll send a link to the District of Innovation webpage on our district site to the Commissioner of Education, along with the announcement of your final adoption. It is the administration's recommendation that the Board of Trustees adopt revised 2017 to 2022 Brazosport ISD Local Innovation Plan. Adoption of the plan requires a 2/3 majority of the Board of Trustees. At this time, I'm happy to answer any clarifying questions that you may have.
Question? Jerry? Just barely just my concern with, got answered is that class sizes, I know it's, I learned that it's now 25, so our district innovation makes it 24, so that's in the right direction, but I still thought that that's a concern. And my question also is, teacher appraisal system, will that be for next year, 17 and 18?
Yes.
Okay.
It'll,
Interested to see.
right, it'll come to the board for approval.
Yes. Okay.
Any other questions? So we've had positive feedback, or at least no negative feedback. Is that what
We've had no negative feedback, but with 88 stakeholders, 54 teachers involved, it's been amazing how united everyone's been in this process. Truly amazing.
I'll make a motion that we adopt the revised 2017-2022 BISD Local Innovation Plan.
Second. Seconded by, motion made by Jerry, second by Mr. Fortner. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed by nay. Carries unanimously.
Awesome. Thank you.
Personally, I'm very excited about that.
Yes.
Our next item under reports is our board committee reports. I'm sorry. Item 8 by Mr. Dornay, our 2012-14 bond projects update. Got ahead of us. Excitement. No pool issues.
No, sir.
I could use a pool.
I hate to interrupt, but I'll just say that I was reminded that as I worked through the crowd earlier today.
Thanking you for the
Oh, yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
Mr. Jordan, you have the floor.
Good evening. In accordance with Board Policy CV Local, it is my pleasure to present the 2012-2014 bond update. As of May 15th, for the 2012 bond, total POs issued of $33,046,396, or approximately 82% completed or in progress. For 2014 bond, as of May 15th, total POs issued of $65,739,487, or approximately 37.57% completed or in progress. 2014 bond completed projects are the new linear gymnasium, Holden Griffith classroom additions and gymnasiums, and the Package A summer project. Current projects are the new Boydell Elementary in construction phase, which the main phase 1 is nearing completion, and Freeport Elementary is in construction phase, as well as Package B and CTE projects, which are about to begin construction phase. New Boydell Elementary, opening in August of 2017, is coming along very well, and it is really looking great. As you can see in these photographs, we've already got grass going down, and things are green and things are clean. So, photograph on the left is the new media center. The carpet has gone down. You see plastic covering the carpet to protect it. Photograph on the right is the new cafeteria with the serving lines in the background. Photograph on the left is just some of the kitchen equipment, and photograph on the right is the new gym and stage area with the new gym floor down. They have not put the striping down. They're holding off until we get moved in and get the furniture delivered and that sort of thing. Photograph on the left is one of the collaboration areas going out to the new wings. Each wing has, the first and second and third and fourth grade wings each have their own color schemes, and they have two collaboration areas, and that is one at the beginning of the wing for first and second grade. And photograph on the right is a typical classroom. Floors have been waxed in the first two wings, and like I said, things are moving along very well. Next Thursday of next week is the last day of classes, and the day after Memorial Day we will start moving in. Photograph on the left is another classroom area. Photograph on the right is just one of the new group hand washing stations that we're using instead of individual sinks, which makes it easier for the custodial staff to clean and maintain. Freeport Elementary is opening in August of 2018. It is under construction and moving along very well. These are some of the photographs of the work that's going on there. I'm amazed at how quickly this one's actually moving along. The weather has cooperated tremendously. As you can see from this picture, the building is very, very close to the new school, which is another reason that we need to get that school out of the way as quickly as possible. When you look out towards the playground, that's the other part of the wing where the cafeteria, kitchen, and gymnasium are, and it just wraps around that building. And it worked great that we were able to start with the building still in place. This summer we'll be beginning the Package B and CTE improvements, which will involve Polk Elementary, Rasco Middle School, Clute Intermediate, Clute College Program, Freeport Intermediate, Brazos Wood High School, Brazos Fort High School, Lighthouse Learning Center, and the administration building. This slide shows all of the different areas that we'll be working and the line items in the bond that we'll be working on. At this time, I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have.
The issue around the dirt and the dust kicking up around Freeport, where do we stand? Or?
The contractors have done everything humanly possible to maintain that. The issue, it's dry right now, and that campus backs up to the Gulf, where there's absolutely no tree or any wind block between the Gulf, so there's always wind blowing down there. They clean the streets on a regular basis. They use water when they're cleaning the streets, and they're doing everything that they can to maintain the dust. We visited with the city, and we have one neighbor there that is not real happy, but there has not been any other complaints in the area at all. In fact, the contractors, the dirt contractor has, through the entire project, they have routed all of the dump trucks around behind the school through the property behind the other school along the levee and gone out towards the back to the highway. So the dump truck has stayed off the city streets 100%. The biggest part of the dust-causing construction work is over. Not to say that there won't be dust from other things, you know, when we start pouring concrete and things of that nature. It's an unfortunate aspect of construction. You're going to have dust, and we do everything that we can. The contractors do everything they can to be good neighbors and to you know, to do the things that they're required to do.
At a construction site. I mean, next is going to be the noise. You know,
right.
So, I mean, it's coming. So.
They have a dedicated employee with cones out there for safety for the trucks entering the room. So, I mean, I don't know what else you could do.
That neighborhood has actually been very lucky from the standpoint of the traffic inside the neighborhood itself. I know in the beginning when we got our first complaint from that neighbor, it was on a weekend, and yes, the contractors have been working on weekends, and they need to work on weekends. They're doing the same thing at Boyle. They're working 7 days a week over there. But the complaints that were made about trucks parked on the street and the noise and blocking driveways and things of that nature was actually caused from the city of Freeport when they came in to replace the force main sewer line that was running across our property.
Okay. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Send Troy.
Yeah.
Send a letter.
Send out your complaints to Troy. Yeah, I know. I'm hearing this. No. Yeah. Just follow your push.
I drive by there regularly. I've never seen the construction trucks on the road. I did see the city trucks, but not the building construction. Any other questions? I would just like to know if we can get another tour before school starts of all the projects.
Absolutely.
You know, how it works out.
I love the new Boyle campus is everything we've worked on is everything we've worked on has turned out really nice, and I'm excited to be able to show everyone the new Boyle campus because I have yet to hear there's people that I've had to take through for purposes of getting furniture delivered and make sure that we're getting the right equipment in and things of that nature, and they're thrilled to death.
I talked to some of the teachers this morning, and other than the fact they're having to pack up because moving day is fast approaching, I mean, they're just, the ones I've spoken to are very excited.
Yes.
I think it's a great idea doing the one last walkthrough of the old building before it gets, I definitely think that's a good thing.
I will, now that you brought up the old building, I will say this. I've worked very closely with the different departments, technology and maintenance and all, and everything that's required to get us out of that building as quickly as possible because we do not have a day to spare. The summer is very short, as you know, and it takes about a month to get the building torn down, and then we have to do the stormwater work, the storm sewer, and the drainage, and the rest of the detention pond, and build the main parking lot and the roads. So it can certainly be done, and I'm confident that we will get it done. And but I just want to commend all the different departments in working and understanding the urgency of getting out of the building quickly.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you.
Next item on our agenda is item B under reports, board committee reports. Board committee reports.
There's the track meet is this week.
Track meet and job fair.
Job fair. Bible class, 5:30. Tomorrow at 5:30, I think.
New teacher induction. Next item on our agenda is a work session discussion. Our next regular board meeting is scheduled for June the 20th. Next item is executive session. Executive session may be called for the purposes permitted by the Texas Open Meeting Act, Texas Government Code Section 551.001 through 551.146, Section 551.071, consultation with attorney, Section 551.074, personnel matters, appointment, employment evaluation, reassignment, duties, discipline, dismissal, and complaints. We will return shortly. All right, we shall now reconvene from executive session. The time is 8:30. Next item is an action item. It is to consider the superintendent's evaluation, superintendent's contract amendment, and related actions.
We accept the input that we received for the evaluation, and I would propose a 3.3%, same as the teacher raise for Mr. Massey, our superintendent.
Second. All right. It has been moved by Mr. Atkins and seconded by Mr. Sullivan. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And all those opposed by nay. Carries unanimously. Thank you, sir.
Stuck one more year. Hard to get rid of superintendents.
Stuck with us another year. The next item on our action items is the hiring of an executive director of secondary education.
Thank you.
Mr. H.R.
Good evening. In accordance with Board Policy DC Local, it is my pleasure to present the recommendation for the Executive Director of Secondary Education for Brazosport ISD. After an extensive interview process, it is my pleasure to recommend Brian Cole for the position of Executive Director of Secondary Education.
I move that we approve the recommendation of Brian Cole for the position of Executive Director of Secondary Education for Brazosport ISD.
Second.
It has been moved by Mr. Sullivan, Mr. Schwartner, and seconded by Mr. Atkins. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed by nay. It carries unanimously. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right.
I only approved of it now that my daughter's leaving.
Our next item is action item C, hiring of the R. O'Hara Lanier Middle School principal.
Thank you. Again, in accordance with Board Policy DC Local, it is my pleasure to give the recommendation for the principal of R. O'Hara Lanier Middle School for Brazosport ISD. After an extensive interview process, it is my pleasure to recommend Bridget Perkle for the position of principal of R. O'Hara Lanier Middle School for Brazosport ISD.
I move that we approve the recommendation of Bridget Perkle for the position of R. O'Hara Lanier Middle School for Brazosport ISD.
Have a motion. Do I have a second?
Sure. Second.
A motion by Scott and second by Jerry. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Sorry. All opposed by nay. It carries unanimously. If I do not have any objections, then the next item is to adjourn.
So moved.
It is adjourned. Thank you for being here.